So it's not a trading day, but I came up with a really good topic to talk about. Some folks have been coming up to me about starting a business because, well, I do own one. There's 3 things that I think you need to be aware of before you even think about starting a business. We're going to go over them coming up. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and this channel primarily revolves around over-the-counter penny stocks, but since today the market's not open and usually you see me every day during the midday market recap, I thought maybe I could talk about something a little bit off topic, but still something that would interest you guys, especially for any of you young entrepreneurs out there. And I wanted to give 3 things that you need to make yourself aware of before even thinking about starting a business. Now, these 3 tips that I'm going to be covering, there's no hierarchy of importance necessarily, but the third one that I'm going to be covering today, I think is the most important of all. And so just make sure that you stick around for this entire video so that you really understand the importance of just being aware of certain things before you even think about starting a business. So the first one is going to be, you don't know it all. What I mean by that is make sure that you're surrounding yourself around people who are smarter than you in certain areas. Maybe you have the best idea for a business and maybe you're an expert in the type of business that you're running or the service that you're providing, but people, like for me example, I'm really good at trading and I know that I can provide a service for people, that I can teach them how to trade, but I'm not good at marketing. I'm not good at creating videos really most of the time. I'm not good at a lot of things. And so I'm surrounding myself around people that I know that are much better at things than I am. And the hardest part about starting a business is relinquishing that responsibility to somebody else. It's so easy to just kind of like want to control everything. But the important thing to note is that you just don't know everything, and it's okay that somebody might be smarter than you in a certain area. And actually, it really kind of proves just what kind of leader you are if you can relinquish that type of responsibility to somebody else. So the best part about understanding that you don't know it all and relinquishing responsibility to people that are just better at their jobs than you could ever be is that once you become that unified unit and really start to gel, the possibilities of your business are really endless. They really are. And so giving up some of that control honestly allows for your business to grow and doesn't stunt it quite as much because you're spreading yourself out too thin thinking that you know how to do everybody else's job. That is probably the hardest part of starting any business, is realizing that you can't have control of everything, and it's not good for your business if you do. So the second thing that I want to cover that you should be aware of before you even begin to start a business is that you will fail. Now, I'm not saying that your business will fail. I'm not trying to discourage you in any way. Obviously, you probably already understand by now that most businesses do end up failing at some point, especially in the early stages. But you know, if you're aware of the fact that you're going to experience certain failures, and that you can pick yourself up and learn from those, that's what's going to really propel your success. That's what's going to set you up for the best possible outcome when starting your business. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're guaranteed to be successful if you follow these steps, but it's certainly important to understand that you're going to experience failures. I experience failures each and every week, you know, from little things to big things, but we learn and grow from them. Me and my partner, Jake, have an excellent partnership and an understanding of just like, we're just going to roll with it. If we come across something that maybe we've made a mistake on, we're going to do everything we can to do it to make it right, whether it was with a customer, whether it's with one of our mentors, whether it's with each other. We just make sure that we address it as soon as possible and don't let it fester, don't push it under the rug. We just deal with it and then move on. That's probably the most important way to deal with failure. Otherwise, it just festers and it really will eat away like a cancer at your business. If you don't handle those certain failures and learn from them as soon as you possibly can, then your business surely will fail. All right, guys, so the third and final thing that I will give you, and it's probably the biggest piece of advice I can give you before you even begin to start a business, is that starting a business has almost zero to do with your own self-interests. And what I mean by that is if you're going to start a business just because you want to be rich, you're going to fail. There's no way around it. If money is your only motivator, it might work for a little bit, but to sustain that, it's not going to happen. You need to go into a business saying, okay, I have this skill and I feel like that I can turn it into a service and and provide it for others and make an impact on their lives for the better. That's why people go into business. All the entrepreneurs that I've been around and learned from and gotten advice from is that make sure that every day that you wake up, you are impacting somebody's life for the better. You're making a difference in somebody's life. That is the heart and soul of what it means to be an entrepreneur. And if you're not doing that, and you're looking, and your whole purpose in life is just to have everybody look at you and look at what you've done and ride around in your fancy cars and, you know, do all kinds of crazy stuff. Look, it's fun to watch the Dan Bilzerians of the world sometimes, but honestly, that is not how entrepreneurship should be. It should be about making this world a better place. And if more entrepreneurs did that, I can't imagine what this world would look like. And I honestly do feel that it's shifting that way. If you look at the most successful entrepreneurs that are out there, the Elon Musks, the Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerbergs, they're the ones that make the most powerful impacts on the world and influence billions of people in the best possible way. They're providing positive impacts on the environment. They're providing literacy in areas that don't even have schools. They're providing food in areas that are impoverished and affected severely by hunger, disease, you name it. These are the type of people that you want to aspire to be. Not the guy who says, look at me, look at what I've done, and look at all the fancy cars and all these places that I'm going. Look at all the chicks that I have around me. That's not the type of entrepreneur that you should aspire to be, because that is only temporary. It will not sustain in this life. That's not the kind of legacy that you want to leave around for your family, your kids, your wife, any of that. You need to go into a business saying, okay, how can I start a business that I can impact people's lives and truly leave a legacy that I can be proud of? And that's what I try to do every single day of my life. It is worth way more to me when somebody approaches me and says, hey, thank you so much for providing me with the ability to pay off my debt, or fly my family home for Christmas because I couldn't afford to do so before, or anything that says, I was able to make a difference on your life for the better. And so that's what it's all about for me. It's not about making millions of dollars. If this business gets to a point where I'm making millions of dollars, you can bet that I'll be reinvesting in the very people that got me to where I am. And you can mark that here on this video right now. So guys, those are the 3 takeaways that I wanted to give to you, to anybody who's aspiring to become an entrepreneur, anybody who's looking to start a business. I think that those are just, you know, obviously there's more to think about, but for me, I think there's 3 core things that you need to just make yourself aware of before you even go into starting a business. There's lots of other things that you need to do as far as preparation is concerned. And if you like this video, please leave me some comments below and I'll give you some more advice just for my own personal growth on how I was able to get to where I am and how I'm still learning. And I think that maybe hopefully it'll help somebody out there who's perhaps considering to do the same thing. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in just more entrepreneurial stuff, or maybe you're interested in the stock market, please subscribe to this as well. I go live just about every day of the week during my midday market recaps. And if you're interested in the business that I run, it's WeTradeHQ.com. The links are down in the description below. Please check those out. It's absolutely free to join. If you're just interested in learning about investing or trading or day trading in the stock market, then I certainly think that it's a good place to get started. So guys, with that, as always, I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out.